What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Today is the start of something new, something a little bit different. Today you guys get to meet Tom. She is a UIUX student at Lambda School. She's actually halfway done. She's currently a section lead, so we're not starting from the beginning. But this video, you get to meet her, see her background. She's from Israel. She moved to New York when she was 20. Then she moved to San Francisco, got a job at Google doing translation work, and then discovered UIUX. And you'll hear all this in the video. Going forward, we're still going to review what she's already done. What she's done is the majority of the UIUX kind of fundamental work, and then going forward she's going to be doing web development stuff, and we've seen all that with Patrick. So every other week or so we're going to sit down, we're going to review her projects, we're going to take a look at what she's learned and the most important stuff. That's what this video is. I get this question all the time: can you show someone else from Lambda School that's not web development? And here you go. Real quick, if you don't know what Lambda School is, it's a code school, design school, mobile school, data science school. It's 9 months. You don't pay anything until you get a job, paying $50,000 or more minimum, and then you pay 17% of your income back for 2 years, up to $30,000. You might not even hit that. Or you can do the other route where they pay you $2,000 a month if you can't afford to go to, like, the, it's 9 to 5. It's real deal code bootcamp. If you can't afford that, they'll give you $2,000 a month for the entire program, and then you pay 10% of your income back over 5 years. There's a link in the description if you're interested in Lambda. It'd be cool if you use that link, because if you do, it supports the channel and you get $250 when you graduate. That's all I have to say. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out the Discord. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. I appreciate all you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, one more thing. Don't be creeps, okay, internet? Thanks. You mentioned that you moved from Israel to the US?
Yeah, born and raised in Israel. Served in the Israeli military. When I was 20, I moved to New York to pursue a music career. I studied acting, musical theater. At some point, I got signed, recorded an album, went on some tours, wrote a bunch of songs, collaborated with really talented producers, and yeah, just immersing myself in the music career. I was also working as a dancer, walking dogs, bartending, just all kind of jobs. And when I was 30, I realized that the music thing might not gonna work for me. Things didn't work with the label. They tried to change a lot of my music, and so I wanted to have a career. I didn't want to have a job, but I still wanted to do something that would first help people, would be able to be creative and express myself. I wanted to be in the right side of technology, and I want to make sure that what I do is connect people rather than disconnect. Like family gathering, and even sometimes my family, and it's sad, but family gathering and everyone's on their phones scrolling, like endless scrolls. One thing about Instagram that I like is that they have this new feature that after you scroll too much, you get a message like, all right, you're all cut up. So that's a good example of like responsible UX.
Can you tell me a little bit about, so you were in New York doing all that, and then you moved to San Francisco, where you currently live when you're not visiting Israel?
So yeah, I moved to New York when I was 20, had lived crazy life, and had so many amazing experiences. Yeah, just wanted to have a fresh start. I ended up in San Francisco, which is like a tech capital, as we all know. When I was living in San Francisco, I was still doing music, but I was definitely on a mission, on a search of a career that will satisfy me. I had a gig with Google as a kind of like a translator. I was watching videos in Hebrew on YouTube and rating them for a YouTube Kids app in Hebrew. And that's where I learned about UX.
How did you find... Well, I don't, we could skip this question because I feel like it just seems like an advertisement if I say that, like they already know you're there.
No. I was talking to a Lyft driver, and he was attending Lambda. And I was just bitching about how San Francisco is expensive and I can't do anything. And I want to be an artist and I just want to do music all day, and I'm going to move to Nevada City. But I love the city, and my boyfriend has a business in this city. So I can't really move if I want to stay with him. So I decided I need to find a tech job that will allow me to be creative and have fun. But he told me about Lambda, and I actually wrote it on my phone, and I was like, Lambda, how do you spell it? I had it on my phone for like a month before I went to their website, and I just applied. And but he told me you don't have to pay anything, that you only pay after you get a job. And I was like, that's really cool. I really wanted to be challenged. I wanna just improve my skills so I can do something that would actually make a difference.
So you already finished the first 15 weeks of the Lambda curriculum. Can you tell me a little bit about what they taught you there?
We started with the design cycle, which is discovery, which is mainly research, comparative analysis, stuff like that. We have definition, ideation. I'm not going to go through the design cycles, but okay, I'll tell you about what we learned. My favorite was definitely designing for the human mind, which is the psychology behind UX, like the psychology of people, behavior, like why people would be attracted to this color or that color. So just like definitely color theory, typography. We learned some hard skills such as like design stuff, like graphic design, but not super aesthetic stuff. But we definitely learned Sketch, how to use InVision, how to do like click-through prototyping, just all the little things. Like when you use an app, you don't think about like a thank you page. Think of all these little things like, oh, how do you go back to that page? Oh, we need to put an arrow here, a back arrow.
I think one of the questions that I'm going to get a lot is what we kind of talked about earlier, but it's like, if you're not good at design, if you're not an artist and you can't draw, you can't sketch, like, do they help you through that?
Totally, yeah. We had a lesson about drawing.
I mean, not just drawing like specifically, but like all of like layouts and compositions and leading line, all that stuff.
We had like intro to typography and color theory, intro to visual hierarchy, design for the human mind, which I talked about, intro to drawing. But you don't really need to draw as a UX design. It's not what we do. It's a lot more thinking. It's a lot more research. It's testing. It's problem solving. The UI aspect is more aesthetic. And
where do you get? Do you ever have like creative blocks, or is there like, because you're gonna be the one coming up with the design? So what do you do when you hit like a creative block in Sketch and you're like, I don't really know what colors and stuff I want this to be?
What I do when I get creative blocks is I meditate and I do something, take a break, stretch, go on a run. I have a lot of people I can talk to if I have specific questions. There is a lot of support. Like I talk to my instructors, like I'll contact them. Send them a Slack message. Like if I work on a product or project and I'm not sure like which color to use, you design it with the two options and then you do A/B testing, which is big part of marketing. Marketing is a big part of UX. Yeah, that's it. That's UX.
Yeah.
I know you have to do everything twice, but not really, because it's all digital. So
it's the same with dev, though. You have to write tests for all the code that you write. So
yeah, I mean that's exactly what UX is. It's like if you're not sure, you test it out. You see what the users want. Because it's not about you. It's like because I'm also doing songwriting, and that's really like supposed to comes from my heart. It's like an expression of myself. But like with UX, it's not an expression of me. It's like what works. Like what people want. You realize that, okay, that didn't work. People didn't relate to that. Users didn't click because like this button was like too small or like there was other stuff that was distracting. So yeah, things always change. And like we really need UX because there's so many products that they're so difficult to use.
So right now you're a section lead.
Yeah, it's super interesting. So I started in October as Lambda UX. I was UX1, so it was the first cohort of UX in Lambda. And after 3 units, I was offered to do a PM, like project manager, and support the UX2. Right now, I get to review the material and support students and work closely with my instructors that are super awesome, and I love them and respect them. I'm going to be able to write it on my resume that I was a section lead with Lambda. So it's a little resume booster there.
So what happens after section lead?
I am going to go back to be a full-time student. I'm still going to be in UX1, and we're going to start the web development portion. So as a UX design, most UX designers don't need to code, but it's helpful if I understand the basic of front end. So it's just HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That's the basic of front end development. And after that, I'm going to go to labs. So I'm going to be a UX designer within a team of 4 to 5 developers, and we're going to work on a project. And it's gonna be really exciting. It's kind of like a startup environment, a remote startup environment.
What would you say to someone out there that's aspiring to do UI, UX, but they're not quite sure?
Explore, read, learn about it. And if you are on the fence and if it's like a confidence issue, just go for it. Like I came with zero experience in graphic design. I don't have a college degree. I came from music, from dancing, from yoga. Like I'm not super tech savvy at all. As I learned about UX, I found that you can be a person that comes from the heart and artistic person and find a place in UX.
What has been the hardest part for you about the cohort so far?
It's been really hard to just be alone in my apartment. We have like the lecture time in the morning, and like the first hour is usually like a design discussion or review. So we interact with people, and then there is 2 hours lecture, and then there is project time until stand up in the afternoon. And this is the time that we work on a project, and this is the time that was really hard because I had to motivate myself and have like self-discipline. And I like working with people. I'm really a people person. I love just being with people and collaborate, and I thrive in when I work in a team. But I overcame that challenge by just dropping Zoom links to my cohort mates and just having like random chats with people. And at the beginning, I didn't know people, so I didn't feel comfortable doing it, and I didn't think other people would want to talk to me. Maybe they're busy, maybe they work on the project, but I found that a lot of people felt what I felt, and then just started having conversation like during project time, just like dropping Zoom links and just independently collaborating with people.